Ravens. I ain't talking about it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel podcast. Keep that same energy podcast with just your host, Justin P, and my main man, the $1 billion man, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr., my co-host. This is episode 231 for the YouTube channel. Thank y'all guys for rocking with us. We've been doing it for 3 years, some change now. We're gonna keep giving it to you as long as we can. No matter how busy we get, we're gonna at least give y'all at least a show a week. We owe y'all that much. For those who can't watch it live, we got the audio version. All the links are right there in the description below. That's season 5, episode 50. So we'll be on season 6 finally. When we go on next show next week. Right underneath it, that's myself and my recent social media platforms. So y'all can check us out there, follow us. I have everything. I want to say he got majority of the platforms as well, and also follow his other podcast. They be talking. It's pretty good stuff, man. Just dive into multiple stuff, relationship stuff, a little bit of politics, a little bit of everything. So just go support my guy. I think every Wednesday and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, they do a show at 8 o'clock. So yeah, on Facebook Live, and I think on YouTube as well. You also go check him out, man. So without further ado, here's the man, the myth, the legend, my co-host, your co-host, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. Yay, yay!
Hey man, what's good, family? What's good, family? As always, man, it feel good to be back doing this shit with Big Bro, man. As he said, man, 3 years strong, and we ain't gonna stop, can't stop. Shout out to Diddy, you feel me? But man, as always, man, it's a pleasure to do this shit with Big Bro. Yeah, if you want to check out my podcast, They Be Talking. We do it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're doing better things and more things. Just got the studio, and as I said, we doing nothing but up when it comes to podcasts. Like, if you're looking for me, you can find me everywhere. When it comes to podcasts, I'm always willing to collab. But anyway, back to the main thing. This show right here, KTSC Sports. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy support the podcast. You already know we're gonna hit you with some emotions because when it comes to this, man, it's heartfelt. I got a lot of feelings when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens, especially the Detroit Lions this year. And of course, we're gonna hit you with some opinions because I think my thought process goes very well with facts when it comes to sports. But at the end of the day, none of that matters unless we hit you with the facts.
That's a fact, Jack. Like I said, we got some good topics. We're gonna get to. We'll try to be out here by 8:30ish, 8:20, so we can watch the game. But we got a lot to talk about. So go ahead, Maurice. The floor is yours, good brother.
Okay, topic number one. I see a lot of some college players hating on the guy Travis Hunter, and what made it really struck my attention to come up with this topic is when I saw Chauncey Gart. What's his name for the Eagles?
C.J. Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, C.J. Gardner Johnson. Somebody was giving Travis Hunter his flowers on the fact that he can go back both ways on offense and defense, and some college players was wanting the opportunity, but also saying it's a bad thing to do. So my question to you is, could he last his whole college career going both ways? And when he goes to the NFL, do you think he will play both ways? And then the last part of the question, why isn't there more two-way players in the NFL? So go ahead, whatever you want to answer first.
Well, first for us, college, collegiately, yeah, he could probably do it because it's not that many games in college. More of a wide open game. Charles Wilson was the last one to do it, but like this, and then you had Dion and Chris Gamble. Even so to say Devin Hester, but to do it 4 times in the league, that's gonna be a lot. He can't do it like he can't. No one. He will have to do it in spurts. Like if he's playing receiver, he will have to play corner here and there, like how Troy Brown did. Like he's playing corner here to play receiver here and there, like even Champ Bailey fiddle with it. It would have to be a wrinkle, but to him to line up at starting receiver and then line up at starting corner in the NFL is nowhere in the world. The kid is special, but it's nowhere in the world you can line up at receiver going against Stars Gardner, then line up at corner and then guard Garrett Wilson all game. It's just not going to work. You're going to be burnt out. I'm sorry. I don't care how good shape you in. It's not sustainable. So it would have to be in certain packages to put him out there just to use as an extra weapon. But to do it literally 4 times both sides started, there's no in the world.
Great answer, man. To me, I kind of like it for college only because it looks good. Deion Sanders, as you said, did it. Charles Woodson, a few other players, even Trayvon Diggs from the Dallas Cowboys. He had a few reps at wide receiver for Alabama. So I get it. I like the gadget. I like the specialness that you bring into it. But the thing that I don't like about it is it's like this. Because I know you're a special gadget guy, Travis Hunter, you playing defense the whole entire game. When it comes to you playing offense, I'm telling my defense, heat-seeking missile on you. Try to hurt this guy. Try to mess him up as much as you can. Attack him as much as you can. If I see, if let's just say Travis Hunter dominant position was defense, and then he came out there on offensive reps. When he came out there on defense, I would go with him all day, nonstop, and raise his blood pressure, raise his stress level, and every single thing possible to let him know, man, you ain't no robot. You can't go both ways. That's exactly why they have substitutions and players on the team, so you don't have to go both ways. Because to me, that doesn't, I mean, it does speak on his greatness, but it also makes me think, how bad are the other wide receivers, or how bad are the other corners for a guy like him to have to go both ways? He's the number one wide receiver and he's the number one corner. So it makes me question the secondary. I'm not even really the wide receiver core, because they got a nice wide receiver core, but it really makes me want to question the secondary, that your number one wide receiver is your number one corner. And to add to what you said, you gave a great example with the New York Jets. Shout out to them right now. You feel me? I got them one tonight. But you a great one. I don't think he can go a whole game being the number one wide receiver going against Sauce Gardner. Not even going against DJ Reed. I don't think he can go number one and number two against those guys and then turn right back around and go try to play defense on the Garrett Wilson. I don't think it's happening. He's gonna get ate alive. He'll lose his deal in the NFL faster than he got it. And to answer that, I would feel like if you're going to be a guy who do multiple positions, to me, you have to be a Tyson Hill type guy, meaning you just get put in there in packages. If you notice, he don't play tight in the whole game. He don't play quarterback the whole game. He don't play wide receiver the whole game. He don't play this. He don't play that. They pretty much put him in special packages and this, that, and third. So I believe if you're going to go that route, that's the only way it can happen, unless they put you in special packages. I don't think nobody can do it as a full-time job, especially in the NFL, where when people see that you're nice, they try to bust your ass and take you out the game with good hits, good crackbacks, and shit like that. But college-wise, it could go. All right. Topic two. Topic two, man. I'm not gonna lie. The WNBA has been getting its most interest that I've seen in a long time, since the '90s, when the shit was invented during the Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie days, and all that type of shit. But the type of attention that it's getting is very different. I didn't see, and I could be wrong, but I didn't see a lot of NBA players even attending WNBA games or even trying to flirt with the women. However, in this generation, a lot of these NBA players are at these WNBA games, playing, showing respect, and this, that, and the third. But a lot of these players are hollering at the women players as well. So I came up with this topic right here because it's very interesting. I've seen it everywhere. I seen Lonzo Ball tried to holler at her. I seen Jaylen Brown tried to holler at her. I even seen my man Grant Williams, former Celtic, try to holler at her. So my question to you, bro, do you think it's okay, you feel me, with all these NBA players trying to holler at Angel Reese, and the fact that it says she's dating a lot of them? So do you think that's a good look for Angel Reese or for the WNBA players or NBA players?
I mean, people are going to they got private lives, so it means like whoever she dates that business. But good luck. It all depends. Like I said, it all depends. Like I said, because people like Jaylen Brown date models and stuff like that. So I don't really don't see no issue. Then he posted hooked up one other WNBA girl. I forgot her name. Forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's her business. I mean, it'd be a hell of a storyline because they go to each other games and stuff like that. So it'd be like some love and basketball type shit. So I mean, so me personally, I don't think it would be a bad look. Like I said, because uh, it's just like I said, they both busy. So I don't know how it would work for us that because. Like I said, they both won't be on the road, but as far as a good look, no, because and a lot of people out they feel like WNBA players should be dating NBA players. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they say because they're in the same profession, so they want to know each other's schedule.
Well, what I was going to add to that is, I mean, the only thing I didn't like, and I'm just being boyish when I say this, I didn't like how all the dudes was crushing on it. I mean, you got Jaylen Brown already with her. Now Lonzo trying to holler. Now I'm like, God damn. I mean, it had me thinking that she's the hottest girl in the WNBA, and she ain't, because I watch the WNBA. It's a lot of sexy sisters in that joint. A lot of them that can hoop. You feel me? So it was just like, damn. I didn't know Angel Reese got that much love, and I also love it too because Angel Reese is a Baltimore girl. So to me, I mean, I don't mean to think too hard to go relationship. In my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, these NBA players must know, yo, Baltimore got some good looking women. Y'all probably bring your ass here, and us Baltimore niggas can see you on this, that, and the third. But I mean, I kind of like it, but the only thing I don't like is the little spreading of the rumors while they was trying to make it seem like she was a little jump off or something because she was getting all the attention from all these guys, different guys flirting with her, this, that, and the third. But I agree with you too. I would definitely love to see an NBA person in a relationship with a WNBA person, and they both be good. Like the last time I seen a relationship, I think it was Candace Parker was going with bum ass Sheldon Williams, and that shit didn't look right at all. So I would definitely love to see an Angel Reese do that thing with Jaylen Brown or another guy like Lonzo Ball. Okay, topic number 3. What was your favorite parts of week 1? Before we jump into any of the major details so far of week 1, what was your favorite part? And the reason why I came with this topic is because a lot of people say, well, my favorite shit could be my team playing or my team winning, blah blah. I got a homeboy say the favorite it's just his favorite week just because football is being played. So right now, what was your favorite part of week 1 so far?
Favorite part. Hmm. Interesting. Favorite part of week 1. Honestly, seeing the Patriots beat the Bengals, which we'll talk,
Yeah, that
which we'll talk about, and then seeing the Cowboys destroy the Browns. Pittsburgh won that, but that would have made a complete, trifecta after seeing us lose on Thursday night, a tight one, which I said ain't no shame in losing to the back-to-back champs. Also, seeing Baker Mayfield have a good game, man. I'm really,
mm,
like I said, he got shipped out of Cleveland, and it makes like he was the sole problem. And and I'm with Deshaun God, but Deshaun at that point had not played football for a whole year, dealing with his legal issues, and now his injury issues. So saying Baker, have his comeback story is pretty good. And then the Rams Lions game, man, pretty good game, man. It's like anytime two going to square off with each other, it's gonna be a good game because golf got something to prove. Like y'all traded me, like I was holding y'all back. I'm gonna show y'all wasn't just me and Stafford. He liked to try to beat Detroit. Like, yeah, here's 11 years. Yeah, we didn't win a lot, but y'all didn't put enough around besides just Megatron, here and there. So and then he won the Super Bowl to stuck a tone, but every time he played Detroit, he still wants to beat him. So that was so all those three things right there were my favorite part of week one.
Okay. For me, my favorite part was one of my favorite part. I wanted to see how Josh Allen was going to manage without Stephon Diggs. I believe his wide receiver core got a little bit weaker, but out of all the quarterbacks, he looked like MVP. He was doing the same exact thing Lamar Jackson was doing, except the only difference was he won. He was running nonstop, trucking guys, shaking guys, making all the throws. And I was literally thinking, like, okay, this guy's going to struggle and not be who he was. But he also showed you in the playoffs and during the time that he had Stephon Diggs, if I can't give it to him, there's other guys I know I could pass the ball to. And he literally did that, spread the ball all over the field like the Donovan McNabb and Peyton Manning used to do, throw the ball to 6 or 7 different receivers. He was getting that ball out, getting that thing out. Shout out to Coleman, number 0. He made a big splash. So that's one of my favorite moments. My other favorite moment is probably the best moment over the whistle name. If the Ravens would have won, that probably would have been no, it would have still been number 4 on my list. But number 2, I gotta go with that Rams versus the Rams versus the Lions. That definitely felt NFC Championship type game. It was a rematch of what they did from last year, and I mean everything was going how it was supposed to go. Both teams had a chance to win. Both teams had the lead. Hold on, no, I believe both. No, I don't think both teams had a lead, but I know it was yeah, they did, and then we came back. I said we came back. Lions came back. But you got to see what Jared Goff could do. You got to see more of what Matt Stafford could do. And the fact that Puka went down, and then you get Cooper Cup came in and had 14 catches for $150 and a touchdown. I mean, Jesus, he was lights out, handling his business. And I'm waiting on. I really should have waited for this question because I can't wait to see what Aaron Rodgers do tonight. Everybody know me, Aaron Rodgers is my favorite quarterback of all time. And then what would I say next? Probably even with the loss, with the Ravens losing, I still was impressed. The Ravens to me lost. I don't want to get into the rig game and none of that, but the Ravens lost because of a lot of bullshit. You called that dumbass, you called that penalty almost like 10 times out the whole game, and then at one time you called the penalty at least like 3 times in a row with Ron and Stanley, and the Chiefs was doing the same exact thing. And that throw that Lamar Jackson threw in the back of the end zone, I mean, that was beautiful. It can't get much better than that. I don't know if you watch NFL Network, but Michael Irvin said that catch should have been made. It was Isaiah Likely fault because they said he should have dragged his foot instead of trying to get 2 feet down. And at first I was against Michael Irvin, but then I was when he showed me what he meant. I said, yeah, that is one of them points where you is supposed to toe tag drag and fall over and all that shit. But I'm not mad at him. Likely definitely did his thing and show what he needed to do. And here goes one more thing I need to put before we go to the next topic. This is why I say the Ravens should get another wide receiver. Another wide receiver. I mean, look at how it looks. These are the people who had all the catches. The running back, Hill, had a lot of catches. Zay Flowers had the most catches at wide receiver, and then it was 2 tight ends who had more catches than any wide receivers. I think Rashad Bateman only had that one long, deep catch, and that was it. And that was a shame that when it came to the clutch, the Ravens was relying on tight ends instead of your speedsters like wide receivers. So that's always been my gripe with the Ravens, but I'm still going to have that back and still pick them in the Super Bowl every year. All right. Topic four. Give me your recap on the best games from last week for us college football, and we can jump into some predictions of some games that's coming up. So give me your recap of last week, the games that stuck out to you.
Okay, I just went back. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Texas whooped Michigan's ass, 31-12. That defense was amazing. It was did its thing, and Blue and those guys were carrying on. That Oklahoma State and Arkansas game was nice, man. Taylor and Green put on the show, and they lost in overtime. Oklahoma State led by the kid Bowen. They did their thing, and Ollie Gordon. They fought back in 139-31. Kansas State and Tulane. Tulane is a real good team, man. I remember last year they gave USC problems in the bowl game. Kansas State defense scored twice. Avery Johnson looked like he's going to be the real deal with the kid Darius Gibbons and Dylan Edwards. They was a good 1-2 punch. So yeah, that was a good one. Penn State, they only beat Bowling Green 34-27. So these FCS schools held their ground for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
One got steamrolled, of course, but only lose by 7 to a top 8 team in the country was amazing. Northern Illinois, man. Shout out to Thomas Hammock, former Ravens running back coach. He knocked out the big boy Notre Dame guy 16-14. Big win in school history. Iowa State beat Iowa 20-19. That was a good game. Came out to the wire. And my Miami Hurricanes beat the snot out Florida A&M 56-9. We took care of business. We're not letting no FCS school hang close with us. We're not with that. So yeah, we took care of business 2-0 on the year. Outscored our opponents 107-26 for the last 2 games. So yeah, we rolling. Missouri shut out Buffalo 38-0. Yeah, Crimson Tide beat the hell out of South Florida 42-16. Nick Saban, the guy from Washington, he's keeping these guys afloat. Tennessee stopped NC State, who was ranked 23, unranked now 51-10. Ohio State 56-0 did they thing. Western Michigan. Nebraska smacked down Colorado. Prime getting a lot of hype, but eventually that hype got turned into wins and promise. Can't just be, I'm we gonna look good and all that. You gotta produce on the field. They took a beat down. Oklahoma beat Houston 16-12 in a tight game. Houston, I'm sorry. Clemson bounced back and smacked Appalachian State 66-20. Oregon beat Boise State 37-34. And USC dominated Utah State 48-0. So you want to do your recap?
Okay. Well, for me, the first thing I want to talk about is, and I ain't gonna be long on, is that a lot of people on YouTube and even YouTube, social media, all over, was calling out Shedeur Sanders for what he said about his old lineman, and I gotta have his back on this one. I'm not a Colorado fan, but I've been watching because of that. Colorado offense is the worst offensive line in fucking football, period. Elementary, middle school, high school, college, semi-pro, arena. It's the worst by far. It's a damn shame that Shedeur Sanders is probably the best quarterback, or he definitely one of the best quarterbacks in college, and we can't get a chance to see it because he doesn't have any help. I mean, literally, you guys can't block. That's all you need to do is block, and he can get the ball to these talented receivers. Like, it's not like these guys are dropping passes. It's not like this guy can't make reads. I mean, this guy don't even have enough time to even extend plays in the pocket to run away from everything. Every time you turn around, he on his back, he on his back, he on his back. I mean, this probably could hurt his NFL career because who knows what type of injuries that he can wind up facing or what he can go through in the future with all these hits, this, that, and the third. And we already know Colorado is not going to do anything. It makes me also want to think, Deion Sanders, are you going to stay? Both of your children are seniors. It makes me believe, are you going to stay after this? You're going to lose a good amount of your good players, like a good amount of those players that's on Colorado are NFL ready. So it makes me want to see what's going to happen next year. So I'm going to get off that. Next, I got to give up to my childhood team, USC. Way to get the job done, 48-0. I mean, moving them to this new thing is it was one of the best things that ever happened in football. I got to give it out there. Let me see. Hold on. I can't lead this show without this. First of all, give a shout out to Alabama. I ain't got to speak on that too long. My man, Jalen Monroe, he might win the Heisman. Right now, I'm really looking deep. I'm really looking deep to see who really going, what's his name. And right now, I think the quarterback for Nebraska could give him a run for his money. But that boy, Jalen Monroe, he definitely looking good. I think he got 4 rushing touchdowns in 2 games already. And probably about another 4 touchdowns. I think he got 4 and 4. I think he got 4 touchdowns rushing and 4 passing. So if he keep this up and keep the turnovers down like he's been doing, I think he's gonna be a runaway. I gotta give it back. I gotta give it back to Miami. I don't know what they're doing, but Miami looks like they're back. 56-9. My little brother's a Miami fan, so I know you're excited. It's good to have it back. Iowa and Iowa State. That was definitely a tough game. Came all the way down to the wire. A 1-point game. Let me hold on. Where's the game I was looking for? This is the game I was looking for. Northern Illinois versus Notre Dame. You already know. Everybody knows since we've been doing this show. I love to talk about unranked teams beating ranked teams, and I love to always talk about underdog teams losing to beating the higher ranked teams. And right here, 25 beating 18. I love it because now it's about to do something to the rankings in the bracket, get things a little mixed up heavy. Notre Dame had no business losing this game for real. They should have did what they did. Even though this is a ranked team, Notre Dame, you should have had this one. You got the players, you got the coach, you got the history behind you. You should have been getting the job done. Penn State definitely shocked at you. Penn State, I think if you would have lost this game, you shouldn't have been allowed to be ranked at all if you would have lost to the Bowling Green. I'm just saying, you should have been out of it. It shouldn't even been this close. It shouldn't even been this close for real. And to be real, I've been playing SEC the football game for a minute. I haven't seen one team I haven't seen one person play with Bowling Green. I didn't even know that was a college until I looked at it. I'm just being real. I
had to play it to the league, and it was pretty good. So I've been know about it. Bowling
okay, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a bowling team until I just saw what it was. But okay, and then next up, Michigan fans, I feel sorry for you. Your only problem is that y'all quarterback play is suspect. I'm not gonna lie. That's what's hindering y'all right now. The Beaver is sad. You can't. I mean, I'm sitting up there watching the wide receivers wide open, can't get a chance. I'm sitting up there watching the offensive linemen look like Colorado's offensive linemen. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. I literally thought this was gonna be a game where at least, like, prime example, I remember one year where LSU had a trash ass black quarterback, but their defense was hard as shit. Their defense just kept keeping them in games. But
when they had Justin Jefferson, brother Jordan Jefferson.
There you go. So you go to what I'm talking about. And I felt like Michigan and Texas was going to be that type of game. I honestly expected the game to go like 20-17 or some shit like that. But I mean, Michigan defense held as long as they could, and you know how Texas cleaned up and did what they got to do. So you got to hear. You want to do predictions for real? So the first game, Arizona versus Kansas State. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Kansas State in the tight one. I'm gonna go 24-21 Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas State 27-20. Next up, Oklahoma State versus Tulsa.
Oklahoma State and big. I'm gonna go big because I think they're gonna tighten up some things defensively. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State 41, Tulsa 17.
Yeah, I'm going in that same way. I'm gonna go a little bit small. I'm gonna go 35-3 Tulsa. I don't see nothing. Okay, AR State versus number 17 Michigan.
Michigan won. They have no choice but to bounce back. There's no shame in getting slapped around by Texas, but you're the defending champ. That game should have been a lot closer. So Michigan's gonna put it on as they should. I'm gonna go 56-3.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm only gonna go with them to win just because on faith, but it would not shock me at all if they lost this game because of the quarterback play. It wouldn't like.
Shamar Moore might as well go ahead and go coach a high school team or something.
Yeah. And if again, just like I said about Penn State, Michigan, if you lose this game, you should be out of the rankings straight up like that. Go all the way down to 37 or some shit. Alabama versus Wisconsin.
That's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna go with Roll Tide. Jalen Milroe, the X Factor. Wisconsin do got a tough defense. And I want to see Tyler Van Dyke lose, that chump guy. You know, he transferred on us. I'm glad he did because now we're looking better. I'm gonna go Tide 38-24. I think Alabama at least come out 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think this definitely going to be probably the toughest game so far because we've been wiping people out, and I think this probably going to be a little small reality check. But I still got us winning in a tough game. I'm gonna go 27-17. It really comes down to the end, 27-17. All right, okay. I'm pretty much know we're going to agree with this one too. LSU versus South Carolina.
South Carolina just they lost. I think they lost. If I'm not mistaken. Did they lose? South Carolina? Oh,
Did
sure.
they lose? I'm trying. Let me look at their They say this for a while. They ain't lose. They say they're 7 point underdog to lose this game. Just 7 points. Wow.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with LSU because, like I said, they got to bounce back. They got to bounce back. They from that debacle they had. They put it on Nicholls State as they should because this is But I'm gonna go with LSU here. I'm gonna go 34-10 LSU.
Oh man, 34-10 LSU. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. South Carolina, you have played tough. You 2-0. The last game against Kentucky, and Kentucky, I ain't gonna lie, Kentucky has been stepping that game. You beat them 31-6, but I think LSU still has enough to get the job done. I believe it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna go with LSU winning this game 31-28. 31-28. I'm going with LSU. All right. Give me 1 second. The next game that we have.
Boston College, Missouri.
Oh yeah. Boston College in Missouri. Who you got?
Boston College is right next. They did beat Florida State and beat them. Well, I'm gonna go Missouri because Luther Burden, man, he's trying to get that first round receiving nod. And the kid Cooks at quarterback trying to get his name in the Heisman. So I'm gonna go Missouri. I'm going to go 42-21 Missouri.
Okay. I think this is probably gonna be a closer game. I kind of want this to. If something tell me this might be the upset game, but I'm gonna save my upset game until the end. But I'm gonna stick with Missouri. I'm gonna go on a close ass game. I'm gonna go 27-20, 27-20, 27-20. All right, Ball State versus number 10. I know that make you feel good. 10, Miami.
No offense to Ball State, yeah, but they're gonna get steamrolled. So they're gonna get steamrolled. I'm going 63-3 Kings. Well, it's not even gonna be. This game gonna be over halftime.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go as high, but I'm going to go high. I'm gonna go 50-0. I'm going 50-0. I don't think anything on Ball State. And right now, from what I've been seeing from what Miami was doing last year and what they're doing this year, they serious about putting on points. I think y'all put up almost 50 points every. Hold on, what's the put y'all put up the first game?
41, and that could have been 50. A couple mistakes, and we put up 56. So we averaging right now. We're averaging 50 points. We're averaging 107. We're averaging like 53 and a half.
Yeah, so here go another game. Y'all score over 40 plus. Second game in a row, y'all score over 50 plus. So I'm going with that 50 to 0.
The defense, that's the crazy part. The defense allowed 26 in 2 games, so 13 points. So yeah, defense.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? And then, like I said, for some reason, this offense just becoming explosive. That black quarterback y'all got, whoever he is,
Lord.
he like that. I'm not gonna lie, he like that. Now this one is gonna be a close one. I was gonna go with the upset, but I'm gonna wait. Oregon State versus number 9 Oregon.
That's gonna be tight because of the rivalry. I'm gonna go. This gonna be. I'm gonna go one touchdown. I'm gonna go 38-31 over. It's gonna be a tight game because that rivalry.
Okay, Oregon State. I'm gonna go with the same thing too, just because of Oregon. I'm gonna go 33-35 Oregon. Okay. You gotta help me out with Taluni. Did I say it right?
Stop.
Huh?
Bro. You gonna have to.
Talani. Okay. Versus
No, bro. Tulane.
Tulane. Okay. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory right there. Tulane, like you say to it. I got you. Tulane versus Oklahoma 15.
Tulane gonna make it tough, but I still think OU gonna pull away a little bit. I'm gonna go a 10-point game. I'm gonna go 27-17 OU.
Okay, I didn't know how to say that name, so I'm gonna go Oklahoma 35, Tulane 10. All right. Now here's where I'm saving my upset pick at right now. Number 18 Notre Dame versus Purdue. Who you got?
Marcus Freeman, good coach. He's not gonna let that happen to him twice. I'm pretty sure he had the guy running immediately the next day. So Notre Dame probably win by a nice little margin. I'm gonna go 38-17 Notre Dame. They're gonna be so fired up because you know how much shit they done took in the media for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is where me and bro differ. We agreed on every games, but this one I think Purdue might slip away. It's either gonna be this one or the next game we're talking about. But I think Purdue gonna slip away. Why they got Notre Dame by the balls, and I think they can slip away and beat Notre Dame 20-17. Next up, Utah versus Utah State.
I'm going Utah to win this one. Utah State gonna play a little tough because of the rivalry. So I'm going to go Utah 31, Utah State 17, 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I'm gonna start with in the ballpark. I'm gonna go Utah State 27, and I'm gonna give Utah 30. All right. Next up, Old Miss and Wake Forest. This could be a good one too.
It'll be a decent game because Wake Forest is tough. But Old Miss, Jackson Dart, and that receiving core, man. I'm going
Yeah,
to go Old Miss 35, Wake Forest 21. Number 2 touchdown game.
yeah. I'm gonna lean that way. I think Wake Forest is gonna play them good, probably in one of those hats, whether it be the first or the second, and then Old Miss is gonna do what you said do. Their wide receiver core is nasty. I'm gonna go Old Miss uh with a 2 touchdown win. I'm gonna go 42-28. 42-28. All right, last one. UTSA versus Texas.
We were just Texas. Yeah, Texas gonna win big. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 49-7 Texas.
I'm just gonna copy off that score too. 49-7 Texas. I'm gonna copy off of that one. I ain't gonna go into no deep. All right. Next topic, what we got going on? Recap of week one's games, NFL so far. So while I'm looking up everything, we can go start for the first one. What's your thoughts on the Ravens Chiefs game?
Keep it brief because since we got to roll through it. Chiefs played well. We did what we could for the most part with no preseason. Harbaugh, please let the guys play something. O line, new defensive coordinator. There will be some growing pains, so not too surprised. You want to get a quarterback like Pat and a coach like Andy Reid. Um, we definitely got to clean up that O line play. Like I said, the Chiefs got us. There was a couple penalties, tic tac, whatever, but overall, it came down to the last play of the game. Zay Flowers, and I mean, not Zay Flowers. He did miss, but Zay could have sat down too. But likely had a great game. He's probably a feature meal. Andrews is fine. He was banged up from the accident, but Lamar put on his cape, man. So it's like but we can't ask him to do that every week. That's too much. So overall, it was a great game, man. Like I said, we just got to clean up some stuff on our offensive line. I think Zach will be better as the season go on because remember Mike McDonald had it was rough with him at first. Remember
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill and Tua looked like Dan Marino and company all against us, and he finally got together. So that's it. And it was a hard fought game. Came out to literally a half a toe.
Yeah, I'm all in on that. At the end of the day, it came down to 1 foot being in. Like I said, when I look at these stats across the board, I don't like it that I see more Ravens tight ends and running backs have more catches than wide receivers. I mean, it's bad. I mean, when it's not even looked at, that it's literally Zay Flowers or bust after that. It's a shame, but I mean, I'm not here to nitpick and all that. As you said, Lamar Jackson put on the Superman cape. I just want to know how long did the Ravens think that's going to last for years, him keep putting that cape on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. After that game, I was just wondering how Lamar Jackson body was feeling because that was MVPs. He gave you the rushing yards, he gave you the passing yards, he gave you the touchdowns, he gave you every single thing that you would want your MVP quarterback to think to have. And to be real, this may ruffle a lot of feathers. I already have. Now this going to be controversy, but I'm going to stick on the stand on it. Patrick Mahomes is already in my top 5 quarterbacks of all time, and Lamar Jackson isn't. Hold on. Watch what I'm about to say. You gonna like? Hold on. You gonna like what I'm about to say? Hold on. Let it play out. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is in my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. The reason why? Because I did not appreciate Tom Brady and what he was doing with his shit. And to see that Patrick Mahomes is doing the same thing. Now, with that being said, Lamar Jackson is the best NFL in the league by far. This game alone shows it. Lamar James, I might as well call him Lamar James. Lamar Jackson literally went toe-to-toe who the guys I have in my top 5 of all time. Of greats of Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. So he's up there with them. And the fact that Lamar Jackson has the least amount of talent than all those quarterbacks I ever had. Every quarterback that I just named, including Patrick Mahomes, has had a Pro Bowl wide receiver, 1,000 yards wide receiver, and they've also, all these people I named, have had multi-talented offensive weapons. Lamar Jackson, since he has been in the league, has had one weapon a year. One weapon a year. And this dude is going toe-to-toe with some of the greatest quarterbacks and the greatest quarterbacks in the league. So by far, to me, Lamar Jackson is the best player and the best NFL quarterback in the league by far. It's not even close. So all I'm going to say is, before I go to the next game, to quote Isaiah Likely, if Chiefs, if this is the best you're going to play while the Ravens is not playing their best, good luck to y'all in January. Because good luck to y'all in January. This game remind me of this. Do you remember the year that the Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl the first time? And it's like they tried them out and see how it was going to go. And the Patriots won, of course, but when the Super Bowl came, I think this was one of that. Let's see what they really working with. Let's see how fast this guy Xavier Worley really is. Let's see how Pacheco really runs the ball. Let's see the new passes that they got set up for Kelsey. And once the Ravens saw that, and you saw the game. Niggas lost by a touchdown, barely. So, as I said, when it comes, I think this might be the year for the Ravens. As I already predicted and said, Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl. All right, next game. What was your thought? What was your thought on the Eagles and the Packers game? What was your thought? And shout out to Jordan Love. They say he's gonna be hurt for about 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. Probably, yeah. So they'll probably have to bring in a veteran. But overall, good game. Good game, man. Both teams lit it up, man. Like Saquon Barkley looks amazing in that Eagles uniform. I know he's happy. The Giants gonna be kicking themselves for years for that. You the quarterback that you don't even really want no more over your best player. So but he's lucky he had 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, he had a shaky first half, but came back. Had a great second half. AJ Brown looked good. Devontae Smith. The Eagles defense looked pretty good. Like I said, both teams moving the ball, but the Packers defense looks gonna be for real. Zay McKinney, another giant guy.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama guy too picked off. Jalen Hurts. Oh yeah, so that game was pretty good, man. Like I said, if they can just get a veteran to hold tight for a few weeks, at least split some games, they'll be all right. So Jordan Love get back. They do got some weapons. They got Josh Jacobs. They got a pretty good defense. But yeah, but Philly, like I said, Philly good, man. Like I said, when they're healthy and they're not losing coaches, they're one of the toughest teams to beat. Like I said, I got big Fangio's over there now. Kind of more calling the offense, so they still got a little stability there for the most part until those guys get a head coach. But overall, it was a good game. Like I expected. I picked it Philly, and I knew it was going to be a tight one.
Okay. Yeah, because I picked the Chiefs to win that game, and I picked the Eagles to win this game. Only the reason why I picked the Eagles to win this game just because of the advancement. Just because of their experience. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that Eagles core has been together. That's the only reason why I picked it. Now let's just say the Packers and Eagles had that same team together for the last 3 years together. I would have picked the Packers to win because to me, Jalen Hurts just looks like a faster version of Donovan McNabb. He's doing the same exact thing. He's just faster. And the thing is, to make it even worse, he has more weapons than Donovan McNabb ever had. To be real, it was a good game overall. I think that Saquon Barkley is going to, and this was a good pick by the Eagles. Saquon Barkley is going to be able to bail out Jalen Hurts in a lot of games. It's been a lot of times last year where Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball too much because they didn't have a running game or because the running game wasn't there. And sometimes the passing game wasn't there. With the having a Saquon Barkley, now you got that 3 or 5 yard passing game off the backfield. You already know he probably gonna make two or three guys miss. Definitely the first guy to miss every time. Now you got him coming out the backfield. It wouldn't shock me if the Eagles did go to the Super Bowl or definitely go to the NFC Championship. The only thing I would say is I'm not convinced of the Eagles defense. I was expecting them because they brag on the core that they have for us running, for us linebackers, pass rushers, and DBs. I would assume that they're gonna bust ass and was gonna come out there and be on Jordan Love ass. But it shows me every time I see Jordan Love play. He was paying attention to everything Aaron Rodgers said. He was torturing those guys. He didn't give a shit about their pass rush. He didn't give a shit about the one of the best DBs in the league, Darius Slay, and he didn't give a shit about Chauncey Gardner. He didn't give a shit about anybody. He was going and getting his work in. And to be real, I believe if he wouldn't have got hurt, we could be talking about the Packers won this game and I would have lost right here. But as I said, it's gonna suck for Packers fan for 3 to 6 weeks because I don't know who your backup quarterback is, and I don't think he's gonna give you the same type of firepower that Jordan Love would give you. But nevertheless, good job, Eagles, and Saquon Barkley. Shout out to you doing some TO type shit, 3 touchdowns in your debut game. And last time the Eagles did some shit like this, they did go to the Super Bowl, but I know the Giants feel bad about this shit. Okay, next game that we got, it's a debacle, but the Saints versus the Panthers.
This ain't gonna take long. Saints dominate the game. Panthers still have some stuff to work out, even though they made some moves. They still like a year away to being a competitive team. Derek Carr lit it up, and Saints defense played well. That's it.
The only I'm not gonna say, well, first of all, I'm not disrespecting the Saints because I'm not gonna say nothing about y'all at all because 47-10 said enough. The only thing I'm gonna say is a big bro, I'm gonna have to make a little side bet with you. Let's make a bet on who you think will win that first game out of the Giants and Panthers. We should make a bet or something like that. Who
That's a waste of time. But
just
I like that.
I mean, we could have a possibility of the first time in NFL's history, 2 teams going 0-17. It's a possibility.
I would say if I had to, I would take the Panthers because Bryce's upside is pretty good, and they got some weapons now. They just got a gel. But if I had to, I would say the Panthers because, like I said,
And I agree with you too because I'm looking at the schedule. I don't even see. Well, let's go to the next game. Giants versus the Vikings. I'm gonna be short on the hand of you. I don't see the Giants winning the game this year unless they play one of the worst. Like it would. I don't think the Giants gonna win the game unless they probably play against somebody like the Panthers. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
no, they'll win because they'll catch the Commanders or somebody slipping because divisional games.
They got the Commanders next week, so we're gonna see.
Well, they'll win a few games. They're not going over. They're not that bad. Vikings dominated, man. Like I said, no J.J. McCarthy, no problem. Sam Donald finally got a stable situation where they could play, man. Jets was dysfunctional. Everybody was, hurt, and he didn't really have the weapons. So now he got the best receiver to throw to. Pretty good line of defense led by Flores. Only gave up 6 points. The Vikings dominated just for point blank simple. Keeping it short and dry.
Yeah, like I said, the last thing I want to add, Daniel Jones, this game should have made you or broke you because I felt like you was going to win this game because this is who you beat in the playoffs that start you off to get you that money. And I thought you was going to come back and beat them. But the fact that you couldn't beat them, that says enough. Next up, the shocker. I believe this is the shocker out the whole entire week. The Bengals losing to the Patriots. You can go first.
Like I said, we try to watch Monday night games. I'm about to speed through all this.
Okay.
Patriots defense played well. The Bengals offense did. Simple.
Yeah, it's simple to me. Nobody on the Bengals offensive side up, and I was shocked they got Jamar Chase. Next up, Steelers versus the Falcons.
Kirk Cousins got paid too much money. Steelers defense played good. Simple.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers won the game off of basically all field goals, and I'm saying it right now. My top wide receivers are Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, J-Mo from the Lions, and Carl Pinkins. That nigga is nasty. All right, next up, Colts versus Texans.
Shootout, man. Both quarterbacks did their thing, man, but CJ Stroud pulled it out. Man.
I just got to comment on the whole division. This division is going to be packed. 3 good quarterbacks like this, and Tennessee played decent with their backup quarterback. Yeah, I like it. But
well, that's their starter.
that's their start. Oh shit! I thought they got a black guy that was on
they
that.
got traded to Green Bay. He probably gonna be playing starting now since Love out unless they get Tannehill.
Got you. Okay, like you said, shootout nonetheless, and I did pick the Texans to win. I believe in CJ Stroud. Next up, Cardinals versus the Bills. What's your thoughts?
This Cardinal team gonna be a little scrappy. I told everybody, they gonna be scrappy. They Jonathan Gannon getting them playoffs. They showed flashes last year. But the Bills, Josh Allen still played pretty well about Stephon Diggs. He distributed the ball around. Tight game. I mean, the Bills pulled it out. They were down too.
As I said, man, to me, out of all the quarterbacks this year, besides Lamar Jackson game, I ain't gonna lie, Josh Allen gave me MVP type shit. So, great game nonetheless. Next up, the game that you made me watch because you called the nigga trash, basically. off based off the preseason. The Bears versus the Titans. Tell me your thoughts.
Caleb didn't play all that well. The Titans defense, I mean Bears defense, just made some plays and picked off Will Levis twice. He played pretty good, but like I said, no DeAndre Hopkins, that kind of hurt him. But it was a good. The Bears defense, put on the show. Caleb just managed the game.
Yeah, I will say this. I will say that Caleb, you can if what's his name? If Rex Grossman can get to the Super Bowl, you can because you got better wide receivers and you can it got a better escapability. And what this defense just did, we haven't seen them do shit like that since the Brian Urlacher. So I gotta give credit where it was due. Titans, you blew that game. You had those guys 17-0. You had it. Next up, the I'll call this the lockup game because we're having a Tyreek Hill, Dolphins and Jags.
Jags was up for a minute, then the Dolphins cool. We should Tyreek Hill had a little run of the law, but they didn't slow them down. Still scored 80-yard touchdown. Did a little celebration, but tight game. Both Florida teams played well, but the Dolphins pulled it up.
Yeah, tight game nonetheless. The Jaguars are starting to remind me of the Clippers and be a team with nothing but stars and superstars, but can't get the job done. I want them to get over the hump, but again, the Dolphins is who I thought they was one of probably the most explosive team in the league. Next one, this was a shocker. This was not a shocker, but I did pick the Seahawks to win. I mean the Broncos to win. What's your thoughts on Broncos Seahawks?
Oh man, Bo Nick's gonna be okay. He just got a learning curve. They're still rebuilding that team, so but he'll be okay. Mike McDonald had that defense playing well. Gino didn't have to do a lot. Just don't turn the ball over and give the ball to Kenneth Walker and Honey. That's it. The Seahawks defense closed it out.
To me, it was more that the Broncos lost that game. I mean, that defense was playing on point, and it just seems like the reason why I feel like the Broncos lost that game is because you were giving Bo Nix too much mini passes. Like a lot of his passes were screens, 2 yard passes, 3 yard passes, and the defense playing their ass off. And they like, yo, take a shot downfield. You got these wide receivers and tight ends, take a shot downfield. I mean, they basically lost the game because because the Seahawks ran the timeout. All right, next up, the blowout. That was a senseless game to be played. Chargers versus the Raiders, season over the division game.
Uh, Jim Harbaugh, man, he like I said, picked up what he left off in San Francisco, man. Everywhere he's gone, he's won. Just won that championship in Michigan. They put the beat down the Raiders. The Raiders are going to finish last place. Herbert showed that he can win a game without having to throw for 900 yards. J.K. Dobbins, had a big game. So yeah, and like I said, the Chargers defense, put the clamp on the Raiders.
I'm really pretty much not gonna say nothing about this game. I'm just gonna say the only team I ever really feared they could beat the Ravens is the Chargers and the Chiefs because you know what happened last time, and I feel like the brother going over there, I think he trying to disrupt plans of even going to the Super Bowl by playing them in the AFC Championship and beating the Ravens. So I like it overall. Okay, this game I thought it was gonna be closer than what it was, but the Cowboys versus the Browns.
Same here. I thought this was going to be like a much tighter game. They dominated them. Mike McCarthy did a great job calling plays to slow down that D line. Dak just got paid, so he had a pretty good game. Deshaun Watson, like I said, they gotta get it together with it. They're a talented team, so I think they'll be okay. But they got caught napping, so the Cowboys defense closed it out. Mike Parsons was everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you too. The Dallas Cowboys defense is serious. That's one thing I've been seeing on a regular day. Serious. Only thing is about the Browns, y'all need extra. Y'all played just like how the score was. Kept coming up short. There's nobody on that wide receiver that I fear. Not even Amari Cooper. And we as soon as y'all get better, as soon as Nick Chubbs get better. Next up, Commanders and Bucks.
Uh, the Bucks Baker played great, man. The Commanders, Jalen, he did good for what it's worth, but they still need a few more pieces. And Tarbell's defense led the way. That's something.
Same thing here. Baker Mayfield was back. He giving me comeback of the player of the year type vibes if he stay healthy and get the Bucks to the playoffs one more time. And I think he found his basically his second home, like the same type of love that he was getting in Cleveland. He's going to get there here in Tampa Bay as long as he keep getting them to the playoffs. Right now, Baker Mayfield is giving me a better Sean King, if you remember who that was back in the day. All right, next up, the game that I was super happy about watching that wasn't besides the Ravens and Chiefs, the Lions versus the Rams.
Oh man, both teams went back and forth. It was just enough defense, just enough offense. Went to overtime. Goff had a pretty good setup game. So did Stafford. Wishing Puka Nakua speedy recovery. He's gonna be out for the year.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt a lot of fantasy teams. So go ahead and replace him now. But Sean McVay going against Dan Campbell is always a good matchup. Dan Campbell still going for them fourth downs. Like you got the Lions going to the Super Bowl. They have the potential, but we'll let it play out. So great game overall. I expect nothing different.
Well, first thing I'm gonna say is being a player myself that's currently still playing and having a year injury because I was hurt. I was just recently hurt in the season. yo, I take that shit way more serious. I don't give a damn what team you play for, whether it could be the Steelers, who I hate, or the Patriots, who I hate. I never want to see a player injured or definitely injured for the rest of the season, yo. Not being able to play and seeing your brothers out there is a different ball game. But back to the game, as you said, I mean, I love Matt Stafford. I love the way he throws the ball. I was just looking at Matt Stafford the whole time, just the way he throw the ball. I didn't pay attention really to what the Rams was doing. Just admiring the way he threw the ball because of what Odell Beckham was saying in a recent podcast. But again, overall, man, the reason why I picked the Lions to go to the Super Bowl this year is just because their defense have got better. They got the corners now. They have the safeties now. The pass rush there. They're a little suspect at linebacker, but they do have a good linebacker. And then when it comes to offense, they well balanced. They got 3 good wide receivers, 2 really solid wide receivers. They got a good tight end in Lapora, and then the 2-headed monster at running back is crazy. They was really running Jahmyr Gibbs all night, but when it came to put the game on line, Montgomery ran it down. I mean, literally all wasn't no sweeps, wasn't no to the left. Everything was power straight up the middle. Okay, in the last game of tonight, I'm pretty sure we both going to agree here. We both going with the 49ers tonight to beat the Jets, even though I got the Jets shit on. I'm cheering for the Jets, but I know 49ers going to pull it out. All right, so let's go ahead and because next week we'll be talking about of course, the games that we already picked from week 1, but already week 2, who you got out of Bills and Dolphins?
I'm going Dolphins. I'm gonna go 27-24.
Uh, Let me, because I want to go up my notes. I want to go up my notes because I don't want to be wrong. Let me give me 1 second. Let me write. Okay. Week 1, I got Bills over the. I mean, my bad. Week 2, I got Bills over the fence. I got that. Okay. Next up, and give us the score this time. What's the 49ers over the Vikings? I mean, who you got? 49ers or Vikings?
I said the score first game,
I
27.
apologize. I apologize. For me, Bills will be. I'm going 31-27 Bills. Next up, 49ers and Vikings.
I'm going 49ers. I'm going 20-17 defensive battle.
I'm going 49ers 27-3 against the Vikings. Next up, Seahawks versus the Patriots.
I'm going with the Seahawks because I think Patriots got a big one. They felt like they post loss, so I think the Seahawks bring them back down to earth. I'm going 24-10 Seattle.
I give you that too. That bring back the Earth type win because that was ugly, 16-10. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks getting the job done, 31-10. All right, next game next week, Commanders versus the Giants.
I'm going to Commanders. I think I said they played a pretty good game. Couple mistakes like Jaden Daniels have a good game. I'm gonna go Commanders. Let's see, I'm gonna go 23-17 Commanders in a tight little win.
It wouldn't shock me if the Giants, because for the last couple of years the Giants have had the Commanders number, so it wouldn't shock me if the Giants only won 2 games this year. It was both against the Commanders. But anyway, not this year. I'm going with Commanders winning 17-9. Next up, Chargers versus Panthers.
I'm going Chargers big here. Panthers, like I said, they're like another year way big competitive. I'm gonna go Chargers 38-17.
I could be wrong here, but I think not far as who going to win, but I could be wrong far as the biggest blowout of the week. But I think this is going to be the biggest blowout of the week. I'm going Chargers 45-10. Next up, Colts versus Green Bay.
They just lost 47-10, so it wouldn't be no prize. You said who? Green Bay? Who? I'm sorry.
Colts.
Jordan Love out, so I'm going Colts. I'm gonna go Indianapolis 31, Packers 17.
Okay, and well, since you brought it up to me, I can't wait to see what this backup quarterback looks like. But I'm still going to go on the same thing. I'm going to go in as it's going to be a good try. Colts 27, Green Bay 17. Next up, Jets versus the Titans.
I got the Titans getting the win because they felt like they blew that game. So yeah, I think they're going. DeAndre Hopkins will be back. That Titans defense played great, so I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna go 24-17 Titans.
As I said, I want the Jets to win tonight, but that 49ers defense ain't no joke, and they might pull it off. It'll be shocking if the Jets win it. But however, if the Jets lose tonight, I don't got the Jets going 0-2. So I'm gonna go next week with the Jets winning in a struggle game. Give me 27-17 Jets over the Titans. Next up, Lions versus the Bucks.
Ooh, rematch of the NFC Championship game. I mean NFC Division One playoff. I think the Lions get back. I think they win in a tight one, 23-20 Lions.
I feel you on that one. I think Baker Mayfield. This is going to be a game he threw those 2 or 3 interception type games. I'm going to go. I'm gonna go 31-21. I'm going with the Lions. 31-21. Next up, Ravens versus the Raiders.
Oh, we're gonna put it on them because we have no choice. We can't afford to go into. We can't play around. Then we got the Cowboys next. We're gonna. This is a feel good game. I'm going Ravens 38, Raiders 10.
Yeah, it just has to be a blowout game. I when I was watching clips of the Raiders games, I didn't see anything on offense that should be a threat to the Ravens. Not even the running game, not even the quarterback. So I think this is going to be another blowout too. I had the Chargers winning 40, what I say, 49-10. I have the Ravens winning 40-10. All right, next up, Rams versus Cardinals.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this.
it's tough. I'm gonna go with the Arizona Cardinals, man, because they should have beat the Bills. Marvin Harrison Jr. and showed me something, and the Cardinals are gonna be a sneaky good team. So I'm gonna go Arizona 31, Rams 28, 3 point game. I think both offenses are gonna score.
I'm only going to copy you because the with the Rams did last game with some last minute shit with Cooper Cup doing up because the game plan was all about Nuka. Now this one, the Cardinals know what's up. He not there, and they're gonna be on Cooper Cup ass. I still think Cooper Cup gonna have a good game, but I'm gonna follow your lead. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals winning in a nail biter. I'm gonna go 24-23. All right, next one. This should be a good one. I hope the Bengals step up. Chiefs versus the Bengals.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in a tight one, 27-24.
Same here. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs winning 34-27. All right, next up, Steelers versus the Broncos.
I think the Broncos win because I think Pittsburgh going to come in a little too cocky because how their defense played, that offense didn't play great. And I think Bo Nix and them going to light them up low key. They're going to sleep on them. Oh, yeah. So I got the Broncos winning. Let me see. Let's go 23-20.
You said Broncos. It's funny that I every time I go high on the Broncos, they seem to always like scare away from the the high rankings that I'm trying to give them. But I'm not gonna lie, I watched a lot of the Steelers game versus the Falcons, a lot of it, and they got a lot of their field goal position because of the ability of Justin Fields. He was running his ass off, getting the team in field goal position, and I trust his connection with Carl Pinkins than what I trust with the Broncos quarterback with any wide receiver. So. Uh,
Carl Pickens, George Pickens.
My bad, George Pickens. I called the Carl Pickens used to play for the Bengals. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm George Pickens by far. So as I said, I'm gonna go with the same type of shit, ugly ass game. I'm gonna go 17-12 Steelers. All right, next one, Texans and Bears.
I'm going with the Houston Texans. The Bears should have lost, man. I think the Houston Texans are going to win by at least 10. So I'm going to go 31-21 Texans.
Same here. They were supposed to get their ass blown out. If that was a different quarterback for the Titans, it probably would have been blown out. Um, I don't think Caleb Williams is going to struggle 2 weeks in a row like that. But right now, CJ Stroud on a whole nother level. I'm going to go. This probably be a good ass game. I'm going to go Texans 41, Bears 28. All right. Next game, Falcons and Eagles.
Damn. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to go Philly only because Kirk Cousins still ain't out of sync. And it's going to be tight, though, because the line of defense is for real. And they lose this game, like the finish conversation going to start. I'm going to go Eagles 27-20 touchdown game.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You already know how Kirk Cousins is. We hate that dude. He'll have a shitty game like this and then show up against the Eagles and they win like 27-23. Um, I just think it's not yet. It's still too early in the season, and the Eagles, their defense is trying to recover from what they did, and they're gonna lick their chops versus Kirk Cousins. Um, I'm gonna go with in a close one. I'm gonna go Eagles 24. I'm gonna go Falcons 17, 24-17 a touchdown. Last game of the night, Jags and Browns. Who you got?
Both of them coming off losses. Browns got humiliated. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I think they're gonna get back on track in a tight game. I'm gonna go 21-14.
I don't mean to sound cliche when I say this, like the Browns are gonna go 0-16, but until Chubbs come back, that's when I'll have confidence in the Browns doing anything. Right now, if you watch a Browns game, it looks discombobulated because they have no running game. I mean, go ahead, you try to run the ball on first down 2 yards, and now you got to throw the ball on 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 8 where it's long. So until Nick Chubbs come back, I'm picking everybody against them. So I'm going to go with the Jags beating the Browns in a nasty close game. I'm gonna give it 21-17. I'm going with the Jags, and that's the last game of the night.
Great show, great topic. So we're gonna leave. The couple, the ones that gonna stay the same, of course, the recaps, the college football and NFL gonna stay the same. We'll add all below stuff in there that we come up with. But oh man, great show. Go ahead, co-host. We'll let you do your thing so we can get up out of here.
Hey man, as always, man, it's been a great show doing it with Big Bro. We'll be back at it next Monday. Every Monday, we're gonna be on top of our shit. I'm ready to jump into this game and see what Aaron Rodgers is doing.
Oh, same here. Like I said, next Monday, same time. We got our time 7:30 Eastern. We got a locked in time with y'all. We'll be all over the place, but we locked in on that. You know what I'm about to say? Be great on the way to the figure eight, and always remember the hashtag KTSC. You know what that's saying. We'll keep that same energy. From your host Justin P. and my MVP co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. We'll see y'all next Monday, same time, same bad channel. Enjoy this game, and have a great week overall. We'll see y'all next week. We out.